Okay, looks like that's live. Oh, I need to turn that fan off. There we go. Close this little bit. All right, fix this. And there it's going. Okay. Well, we're getting started here for the podcast. I did share in the Mummy and the Monkey Facebook group that we would do the podcast today at 6. We're trying to get into the swing of things to have the podcast every Sunday evening at 6 to have it more consistent. Jeffrey's here. Oh, good. There's some people actually here. Jeffrey Arnett and Connie Cleary and SB Cruiser 2. Awesome. Hey, guys. Hello, hello. Toy Painter 1 is here. Maureen is here. Wow, more people than I thought. Yeah, we are missing somebody. James is coming right back.
Yeah, I got stuck in traffic. Sorry.
Yeah, he'll be right over. There's Wiki Bobby.
Oh, cool.
Wiki.
Wiki what?
Wiki.
Oh, yeah.
Movie and toy collectors here. Awesome.
In the house.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, so we have a lot we could talk about, and we're going to get started here in a minute or two. John says, happy Sunday. It's a dog day of summer out there. So it must be hot where you are. The weather right now where we are is pretty mild, but it's supposed to get hot this week. So we're in the Cleveland area, and yeah, it's okay right now. It was really nice yesterday.
Is it?
It was.
Okay. Yeah, hard for me to sit here and not cross my legs. Sorry. But that's why I needed some socks on at least. Look like a hillbilly, but whatever. But I'm home. I'm relaxing. I'm chilling.
We're casual. It's casual Sunday.
That's right.
All right, gang. Welcome to another edition of
Living the Scream!
The behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey. This is our
right.
weekly podcast. We try to keep it weekly.
We do. We're trying to start up at 6 p.m. Ish. Either we start a little bit late today. Program. Going over all things reselling that we do to support ourselves, and all things Mummy and Monkey, which also is beginning to help support ourselves.
Yeah, so this podcast talks about our reselling and behind the scenes.
Our reselling adventures.
Reselling adventures.
Yes.
And then the other half talks about the Mummy and the Monkey and updates with the show and the characters.
Yeah.
And all those adventures.
Right, there's adventures everywhere. It's like constant wall-to-wall adventures around here. Let me tell you. We're having an adventure right now.
We are, with you, out there.
Yeah, and you can have an adventure with us. Ain't that sweet?
All right, so I tried to write notes down, and it just didn't really work out that well. But sales are steady with us, and actually, we packed up a lot of orders earlier today. We have, like, eBay Mountain ready to go to the post office tomorrow.
Yeah, we had the biggest challenge was with the thermal printer, the Dymo printer that we use, and all kinds of wacky stuff going on with that. You had to switch labels, even though we're talking about reselling now, so we could talk about that.
Yeah, we can. Oh yeah, that was something I wanted to talk about. How something, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but when it happens, it messes like everything up.
We're back.
So we have a thermal printer that we use to print our shipping labels. They're like sticky labels, and I had only one roll of labels left. I thought, oh, I need to order more. Well, that one roll of labels that we had left, something didn't agree with that printer, and it wasn't printing things correctly. It would like skip a label, it would shut down, it would spit out the labels, it would spit out the paper and just waste paper. I ordered more labels, and I thought, oh no, if these labels don't work, I'll probably just have to go ahead and order another another thermal printer. We use a Dymo printer. And for all of this week, we were printing a lot of labels on the regular inkjet printer, like our little inkjet printer, and like cutting them out and taping them to the box. And now that we finally got, the new labels and the printer's working good, and it's like just little things like that
can slow you down.
It really can slow your day down when you're trying to get orders out and work on other things and work on stuff around the house and everything. So it was like, ugh.
Yeah, sorry. The socks are bothering me, so some kind of shoes actually make me feel better. The way you like to get dressed at like 5 a.m. just to, even though you're not going anywhere public.
I still have to like comb my hair and throw jeans on or shorts.
It looks less. I don't know. It looks less. I mean,
I don't go out in public in my pajamas.
Not you, me. I'd rather have some kind of shoes on. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, so
we're done with thermal printer talk.
There's my printer story.
Exciting.
Yeah, I ordered more labels off of Amazon, and all is right. It's working fine. So that's a big lesson learned for us, that we have to keep up with supplies and make sure it's going to be compatible with our printer.
Yeah, and you weren't feeling so hot today.
No, I was a little under the weather. Like, I just, all weekend, honestly, I felt like real tired.
But you were a trooper this morning. You let me drag you out to the flea market, because I went yesterday morning by myself solo, and found a lot of fun stuff. I mean, it wasn't a really big. It was on the track at Berea, on the racetrack. They had it, not in the field, because there were more vendors there, and it was better weather. And I found some cool stuff, and I'm just thinking, well, I wish Janet was here, because I don't, there's different, we have different wheelhouses with stuff. Like, she's all about the jewelry and some of the baby doll stuff. And if anything was there, I wouldn't recognize it or have the patience to go through it, because I'd 9 times out of 10 pick something up and you go, oh, it's not any good. So.
Well, here's the thing, and I think this is what's going on.
Come on, Bob.
I'm not a night owl, but when we do our Friday night shows, we'll just go along with it, and we're doing it because, people like to watch the movies late at night. I like to fall asleep to movies late at night. So yeah, like most of the week I go to bed fairly early. I wake up early to work on stuff. It's just, that's my schedule. Even when I was like a little kid, I would get up early and watch, the early morning cartoons and everything. I've always been a morning person.
I'm both.
So when I'm up late the one night and you're trying to get me out of bed early to go out in the morning, some mornings I can't do it. This morning I was able to do it, but I still felt really like tired, and it just throws me off.
But you went and you found some cool stuff, right?
I did. I did find some cool stuff at the flea market. So we did do that this morning, and then this afternoon I tried to like take a little nap and just relax on the couch a little bit, and I was starting to snap out of it after a little while.
Plus you had to prepare for this thing. So.
Yeah, and then we had to prepare for the podcast. So.
Hello, Louie. Louie's.
We were going to meet up with a friend today, but we're going to reschedule that for another day.
Yeah.
Because I needed some time on. I needed some nap time.
You're late, Louie. Where are you? Come on, they're looking for you, Lou.
And Connie says she's a night owl. Yeah, there's a lot of night owls out there, and kudos to you guys.
Lou,
you're a night owl.
I love
but
it.
You'll get up at any hour to try to get up and go out. And...
if I'm motivated, if I have had 3 to 4 hours of sleep and nothing to sort of impair me through the night, I can get up and I can just jump right into the groove and get going. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love the excitement of. And I have to tell you a quick story. It's just to me, it's an everything thing, but to most people, it would be a nothing thing. But man, it's just the weirdest thing. Yeah, but because I love the not knowing what you can find, whether it's stuff that's valuable or stuff that monetarily for reselling, or stuff that I like looking to find for personal reasons or collecting stuff. So
yeah, and guest star Louie the cat.
Yes,
he went outside with me for a little walk.
He's purring great.
He acts like a dog. He likes to go outside with you. He likes to run around the yard. So he's all happy because he got to chew on grass.
I know he's with his favorite human.
Play with bugs and chase leaves.
And get his little fine hairs all over my face.
Yes, and make you itchy.
So we had some adventures this morning together, and I had my own adventures yesterday morning, solo at the flea market, both same, the Berea flea market we got to. And wow, I mean, where do we start with reselling? Do you want to address eBay? Anything issues with that?
So there was yet another eBay glitch. I talked about some eBay glitches last week. There was one the other day. So I sold a vintage Pyrex bowl for $155. It was beautiful. It was like a big mixing bowl. And it said free shipping, and I thought, oh no, free shipping. I don't remember putting free shipping on this. Turns out it was an eBay glitch in the app.
Because right after
my
that,
phone.
am I telling you? Are you telling the story you want to tell it? because there was actually
Oh, there was another item too. So I sold like a pair of shorts, of ladies' shorts for $5.99.
first.
Something I got maybe at a yard sale for 50 cents. I put it online. Originally, some clothes I'll buy thinking, well, maybe I'll wear it, maybe it'll fit me. If it doesn't fit me or if I change my mind, I'll sell it on eBay or donate it. So yeah, I had that listed for $5.99 plus shipping, but when it sold on the eBay app, on my phone it said $5.99 free shipping. And I'm thinking, free shipping? It's gonna cost like $5.99 just to ship it.
Right.
But all is corrected.
Well, that's what. Well, and then you had the other sale go through with the Pyrex, and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Here's another free shipping thing. What's going on? And you canceled the pants or the shorts.
Yes, I did end up canceling that, thinking I made a mistake
before the second one came through, and
I was going to contact the buyer saying, you know, my apologies, and so I was talking with the buyer to let him know what's going on, and I did say, oh, I'm sorry, it looks like it's a glitch, because when I looked it up, like on Google, you know, eBay changing things to free shipping, there were people on some message boards saying that on the eBay app, sometimes it'll do that, but on the computer, it shows the shipping. Yeah. So when I was signed in on the computer, it showed the shipping and it was actually okay.
Yeah,
but that really will throw you off if let's say you sell 10 things and you see those 10 things on your phone and each thing says free shipping and you're like, wait a minute, I don't remember putting free shipping on there.
Yeah, and usually the interface is seamless with the computer. You know, you usually don't, but that's why it alarmed you because you've never seen that before. So. Right. This is very weird.
We're going to read some comments and then we could talk more because there's a ton of comments, guys. You guys are great. Hope you feel better, Janet. Thank you, Albert. I am a little bit better. It was just, I think, just tired, you know, a little achy. I don't know. I was cranky. I needed to rest.
She's in her 30s now, folks. You know how that goes. You just start falling apart.
Jeffrey says, I'm a reformed night owl. I still wake up like it's time to make the donuts. Mm-hmm. Connie's, okay, we read that one already. Albert says, I was able to get my bathroom ready to be primed today and clean my house, so that worked out good. Wiki says, looks like looks like Louis is getting very comfortable.
Oh, this is his favorite spot.
Louis loves to cuddle up with James.
If I just had some luxury, he'd be in the lap of luxury.
Yes. Louis is purring. He is very happy.
Yes, he is very content.
He might fall asleep.
He will. John
says, I always hope to stumble across an 80s ghetto blaster boombox for sale at a flea market.
We see those from time to time. We have a couple here, not those big cool b-boy ones, you know, that were with the lights on them or the giant, 12-inch speakers, that type of thing. But some regular cassette recorder boomboxes from the mid to late 80s, bookshelf type. Got a couple of those.
Yeah, they do turn up from time to time at thrift stores, yard sales, flea markets.
Yeah, but they get snapped up.
Yeah, so quick. A lot of people will buy them up right away, and then the second thing is, yeah, you might find it, but then does it work? But even if they don't work, I think you could sell them for parts. People fix them up. Let's see. What else is here?
Louie, I love you. This guy.
Juliet says, hey gang, happy Sunday. Hey, Miss Juliet.
Hello there.
Okay, so let's continue on with the other eBay things.
Let's do.
Okay. So yeah, the glitch, I'm glad that it was only on the app. It does show up sometimes, but on the computer, it's okay.
Glitches get stitches.
So we're good there. Something fun I sold. A lot of the other stuff I packed up, and I thought, well, maybe I should... maybe we could do like a sold Sunday next time and show more of our weekend sales.
Yeah, sure.
But here's one of the sales. So this is Fenton glassware, and it's marked Fenton on the bottom. It's probably not visible, but this is a little glass pitcher, and it's cranberry with the, they call that ruffled when it has that funny like top. And it's hobnail, all those little bumps they call hobnail glass. So Fenton hobnail glass, got this at a yard sale and it sold for $27. I had it priced at $30, but for the weekend I put out a 10% coupon. So this went for $27 plus shipping. If you see stuff like this and you get it for, a buck or two, a couple bucks, grab it. People collect Fenton glassware, and the small pieces like that aren't too bad to pack up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then this is something fun that I listed. It's a license plate bag. It's made from an Ohio license plate.
Yeah, what's the name of that company? I picked that up for when I went Saturday morning. It was one of the last things I bought.
Yeah, you found that yesterday, you said? At a yard sale?
And I thought, no, at the flea market.
Oh, at the flea market.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you gave that to me to list, and I listed it.
Well, you know, I gave it. Yeah, I'm just saying, I picked it up for you.
Yeah, and I listed this for $49.99 or best offer. I am open to offers.
I sold one like that. Like I said, the one I sold though, the little snap was broken off. I had it, but it was the leather, you know, been severed, and it did sell for like $30. So you shouldn't have a problem selling that one.
Yeah.
It's by Little Earth or something like Rare.
Yeah, the brand is called Little Earth, and it's actually, they call it like recycled or upcycled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's made from recycled license plates, and the chrome might have been from maybe from a car or something. Yeah, they would take recycled you know, pieces and parts to make bags, to make like wearable art. It's kind of like an art piece.
Yeah, it's pretty. And
cool. It's got some weight to it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I bought a bag when I visited Germany years ago. I don't know if I still have it. I might have got rid of it. Too bad. But I bought it in Germany, okay? But it was all like American, like it was rubber from probably an inner tube, really thick rubber. So it was like a backpack almost. Oh. And the bottom of it was a Chevy hubcap.
Oh, that's cool.
Chevy has that weird oblong symbol. I always get Ford. It was a Chevy hubcap as a base. And imagine rubber, like inner tube, and then it had a license plate like that, just bolted onto it.
Oh wow!
With a drawstring, it was kind of neat. I was like,
neat.
"That's all this American stuff over there," and then it went back to America. Weird. This was in the 90s.
Well, they probably still. I think they still sell like Chevy and Ford in Europe. So
probably, but like I said, the license plate was an American license.
Oh, it was an American plate.
Yep.
Huh,
it might have even been Ohio too. I wonder if I have that anywhere in my junk. I might still somewhere. Only one way to find out when I start doing my my Death Pile Diary series.
There you go. You could go through
Maybe
that
it'll
stuff.
turn up. I don't know.
Albert says you would go broke buying all the D batteries for those things in reference to those boom boxes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I bought a keyboard from. Remember that family we went to yard sale last week. Mm-hmm. And there was a family that we gave a shout out to on our
oh
show
yeah,
before.
yeah, the one in Parma.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I don't remember the name.
But anyway,
but they recognized us, and we gave them a shout out.
They wanted like, I think they wanted, was it $10 for the keyboard?
Yeah, you bought a retro keyboard.
Casio keyboard. Mm-hmm. And I said, I just want to know if it worked because there was no plug for it. He goes, oh, there was D batteries in it. And I said, oh yeah. And I tried it out, and he says, I said it's 10, worth $10 for sure. Yeah. He goes, I'll sell it to you for $8 if you let me keep the D batteries because they're expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive.
So yeah.
I don't know if they make lithium versions of those. Oof. But I know, like when you buy I buy the lithium batteries for our TV remotes and stuff because it seems to last longer and it doesn't leak the battery acid stuff. Alkaline.
Yeah.
Is that what they are?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Juan says, I'm always trying to find vintage horror paperbacks. They are getting rare. Yeah, some of those books are rare.
We found some, and remember that the clean out that we did,
that's going to be in the video that's dropping soon.
Oh, okay, cool.
So don't. Mummy's the word.
Well, I just said we found some. That's it. So if you want to, see what we found, that's horror paperback related. Check out our. When is that gonna? We're scheduling videos to.
Either tomorrow or Tuesday. Yeah, so that's another thing we're going to talk about. There's going to be 2 scavenging videos that are going to be coming out. One tomorrow evening and one Tuesday evening. So we did film the giant haul, the clean out haul that we were talking about on our last podcast. And
excuse me.
Wow, what a haul.
Yeah.
What a haul. So I think the only downside is some of the video from the sun, because we filmed it outside, some overexposure of when we were filming. But
oh no, he's just turning around.
You could still see the items and still see what we picked up. It's cool.
So I need you to Vanna this for me because I have a Louis on my lap. But maybe people can look at this and as we go off the show, they can help try to figure this out. This is a mystery gadget that I picked up today for $1. This man and this couple had. So we just ate dinner, so we're burping.
Yeah, we're trying not to burp. We had a nice chicken dinner with rice-a-roni.
I haven't
and
made
then a
rice-a-roni, classy.
Yeah, and a side. I had a side of broccoli with mine.
I had that too, and corn.
And corn.
It's just a good old-fashioned,
just a good old
poor neighborhood, like the kind of stuff our moms made growing up.
Yeah, just a regular home-cooked meal.
But anyway, so this couple had like a table. Everything was $1, and this device, this gadget, was what do I call it?
Your contraption.
Contraption.
I have no idea what the hell.
So this contraption, I can show it. I found and I picked it up because what the hell? It's just got a switch on it in the front, right, and a light.
It's one of those.
And there's some components inside. It's very heavy, and I would think that there's some sort of is it a transformer or something there? But anyway,
can I see it?
But here's the back. Well, let's show the back real quick.
Oh, okay.
So there's two things coming out, almost like audio. There might have been a speaker hooked up to that because there's a red wire and a black wire, and a power cord and a knob that says fuse on it. So here you go. I think that's.
Oh, that's heavy.
It's very heavy.
It's got some weight to it.
Yes. So we don't know what it is. No visible speaker.
I like that. It's got this little. It's very old school looking. It must have connected to some audio thing. Huh, I don't know. It's one of those.
If you can figure out what this is, because we still don't know.
He bought a mystery item today.
Yeah, a contraption.
Yes.
And if I can't find out I might plug it in to see what happens. But
Albert says, is it maybe an amplifier?
It could be. It could be.
That would be a tiny amplifier.
Well, because
right?
it has that fuse on it, which is interesting, and which means it might have a tube in there, right?
There might be a
a spirit box. Like a Dybbuk box. You don't have Dybbuk's, you have Dybbuks.
I don't know.
So let me see my contraption. So anyway,
that would make a really good paperweight. Does anyone need a paperweight?
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Maybe I should take it apart. Oh, you know what? Another thing I noticed too: the screws on it are the flathead screws are not Phillips. So it could be kind of old.
Might be retro. The cord looks old, like maybe 60s or 70s.
Older than that, I would say.
Juliet says, do you have any jewelry boxes?
Right.
Oh, good question, Juliet.
You may.
In the past, I've sold antique jewelry boxes. I don't remember if I have any in my eBay store, but the link is in the video description below. If you want to browse, you could type in jewelry boxes to see if any come up. Most of the time when we go to thrift stores or yard sales, when I find a jewelry box, it's really beat to crap. Like, usually they're in rough shape where it's not even good to sell, but every now and then I'll find an antique wooden one. Like one time I found one that was like from the 1920s. There were some in the past that I put online that were from the 1800s.
The jewelry box?
Jewelry box. Oh, I do have a casket style jewelry box, but I think it's it has roses or something on it. It's a little metal jewelry box about yay big, and it has little it's footed and it opens up, and it is Victorian. They call that casket style. Casket style jewelry box.
I had 2 Twilight jewelry boxes. Remember those with the little, when you open up from the movie Twilight?
Yeah.
I found them both at a Savers, I believe, and they were both like $5 each. Wound up selling both of them for about $150 each.
Wow.
They were made by NECA. And I guess they just thought it was some stupid Twilight thing. And then you open it up, it's got the mirror and like some kind of a coin or something that would spin around and play some Twilight music. And it had it was a crappy jewelry box, cardboard with pictures on it and stuff like that.
But I guess it was hard to find.
But NECA made it.
And that's why someone wanted,
and NECA put it out, and they were both collectible. It was each one was from a different movie, and I just happened to find them at different times at a Savers, I believe, for like $5 a piece.
That's cool.
Those were good finds. They took about maybe half a year to sell, but they did sell for quite a bit.
One of the flea market finds I found today.
Yeah, let's get into some show and tell.
We could show a few things, and then I could also show some things I listed. It's mostly like, oh yeah, and then we could tell stories. But this is really cute. If you guys see vintage chalkware, they call this chalkware. Like the little things that would be hanging up. Like plastic. In your grandma's, bathroom in the 1950s.
Because it's made out of chalky plaster.
Yeah, like a chalky plaster. They're lightweight. Even chipped up, even a little messed up. they have a resale value if you get them cheap for like $1 or $2. This would normally be part of a set. This is a little seahorse. Normally when you see these, like they're seahorse or fish or mermaids. The mermaid ones are really sought after. But they do sell. Like
Did you sell our fish family? Those sold?
Yeah, the fish family. We had one that was a really cute. They were pink and it was a fish family. Mommy fish, daddy fish, the little baby fish, and then the little bubbles. And you would hang them on your bathroom wall, and it was, you know, super kitschy. We changed out our bathroom, and it doesn't match anymore, so I put them on eBay, and you even had to glue.
And one broke.
One of the baby, I think the baby needed glued back together. Yeah, the tail broke. But I sold the whole family for, I think, $35 plus shipping.
We had that for a while too.
Yeah. So if you find in religious chalkware,
those things saw a lot of action. A lot of carnage.
If wall decor could talk.
Ooh, God, the stories it could smell. I mean, tell.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
But yeah, that kind of stuff is cute. I look for the little retro kitschy stuff that's easy to ship out.
Well, Hot Toddy, check it out. You don't have to be surprised so much because we're trying to do this on the regular Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah. So. Thanks for joining us, Todd.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So every Friday night we, host the Harry Scary Hangout. Every Sunday evening we're trying to do the podcast.
And we're working on, without giving, without hopefully, saying, without speaking out of class or whatever you want to call it, trying to do something where we'll eventually, within a month or two, have something new every night on our show, whether it's live or, pre-taped stuff that we put together, pre-prepared things. And it'll be regular things. It won't be just random stuff. It'll be stuff that you could look forward to. Go, tonight is blah, 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 or then tomorrow night is this thing.
Or we want to have it on YouTube uploaded and have it premiere where then, like, every day there'll be something new to watch. Yeah. Even if we're not, like, on here live in front of the camera, there will at least be an interesting video.
Yes.
Whether you like horror films or Halloween or the scavenging part of it.
Or the reselling part, yeah.
Or the reselling part.
Yeah,
yeah, it'll be a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Hey, Swamp Picker. Speaking of YouTubers, there's a fellow YouTuber there.
Yep.
We want to see more videos of the Swamp Picker. We want to see your yard sale finds.
Swamp Picker James, me or James Muscarella? Are they talking to each other?
Maybe.
I can't tell.
I don't see James Muscarella in here today.
So
John Lincoln's joining us. Hey there, John. He says happy Sunday.
Hey, John. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff. One of the funny things when we were at the flea market today was we were talking to one of the vendors there, and then another fellow came over, and the vendor that we were talking to was explaining to some other people that how the spot he was in, which is a different spot for him, was bad because the way because you imagine this racetrack that they put the flea market on, they also have in between like
other little rows or aisles
or rows that are off the track into the middle of the field. And this particular vendor used to be on. I don't know why he didn't get his regular spot, but he was on the inside of the track, like in the middle, and he was explaining how he was losing money because most people run out of money by the time they get to him.
Ah.
That was the thing. But anyway,
well, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, 100. Yeah, I totally get it. But then the funny thing was one of the other patrons that was there, a regular guy, I guess, was like, we overheard him going, "I don't want to hear." And the guy that they were both saying
we overheard another shopper.
Yeah.
At I think the same booth.
Yeah, he was talking to the guy, and they almost were saying it together with each other, like, I don't want to hear how old it is. I don't want to hear that it's an antique. Because, that's the one thing people will do. I mean, obviously, if you're selling something, you want to try to...
Well, we hear a lot. It's kind of funny when you go to a flea market or some outside sale or some type of sale where there's, people trying to sell their wares. And some of the marketing ploys or their sales tactics or the way they talk about an item is hilarious.
Well, you'll go, how much is this right here? And they'll go, well, this is old.
Well, so are rocks.
Yeah, so are the rocks underneath your feet. I mean, they're millions of years old. You're literally you're standing on top of billions of dollars. That's because it's old.
just because something is old doesn't mean it's anything.
There's so much stuff that's worth zip.
Or that's rare, or that's antique.
Debatable.
Okay, well,
antique is a legitimate term, though. I mean,
it is a legit term, but that doesn't always. Just because something is antique doesn't mean
it's worth anything.
Doesn't mean it has value
at all.
So we were looking at a stack of some old books.
Oh boy, this.
And they were really beat up. They were in rough shape, so I decided not to get them. The person trying to sell the books is really talking it up.
Look.
Oh, these books are so rare. Oh, they're hard to find.
These books, you couldn't read the covers. They were destroyed. They were all the
pages were missing.
They might as well not have been bound at this point, the book. It was just falling apart.
Just like yeah.
That's old.
Ready to disintegrate.
On the ground. It's like
on the dirty, dusty ground.
You know, if this stuff is so valuable, why is it on a tarp on the ground and hanging over the edge of the tarp onto the dirt? This is your valuable stuff. It's nutty.
It's so funny.
You know, there are people that can and are very good at selling stuff just like that, but the presentation is totally different. But you know, you can't expect. I mean, there may be people that would just buy that because it's old, and you know, but that doesn't work on certain, you know, on us, because we understand how that all works. And
yeah,
you know.
Well, we went to a yard sale last week, or was it a few days ago, where they had really nice vintage glassware like this, and I was interested in buying it, but when I saw the price tags, they had full retail eBay prices. On each item, like $85 for one vase, and I'm looking at the people who are holding the sale, and
let me paint that picture.
Well, do it and watch your wording.
Why? Do you think they're gonna be watching? You never know.
No, I mean watch how you describe.
What do you mean?
Well, like
you're making me sound like. Well,
just.
Nah, I won't go into it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, why don't you guys just put it online then?
But let me say this.
No one's going to spend that at a yard sale.
And you can gloat all you want.
But, you know.
We were driving around, and we drove past. As a matter of fact, it was a house that we were looking at. We were looking for houses. And it was one that we were considering. Remember that? Because it was a big house, double up and down, but it was next to a restaurant, and it was, you know, a fast food one. So it was like, I mean, literally, like maybe 10 feet from the grill. It's just like, you know, from the exhaust.
So that yard sale was at that house that we looked at.
Well, we drove past that, and you're like, looking, you're like, I don't want to go. You could just tell it's not going to be good. Well, I'm like, I know. I said, I just want to check it out because I'm real stubborn. I'm just into the mystery of it all. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll give you that one. I mean, I did buy something.
So I was right after all. It wasn't a good sale.
No, ultimately, no, it wasn't a good sale.
Because when we drove by, I saw like the setup, and I got like a vibe from it. I'm like, nah, that one's not good. But you were like, I want to go and look anyway.
Well, I'm
just like, okay, fine, we'll go look.
I suffer heavily from FOMO, fear of missing out.
Well, and I like to be very like, I can tell like, for the most part, if a sale is going to be good or not.
There's sometimes you were wrong, though.
A few times, but most of the time.
It doesn't matter. A few of them that can cost you.
Yeah, but most of the time.
All right. But,
I can figure out if a sale's going to be good or not.
Well, but you were totally right about that one. And it almost got worse as we were leaving because we were reading bumper stickers and those decals on their cars. Like, uh-oh, we got to go. You know, it's just like too weird. You know, I don't know if they have electric fences around here, if they're trapped, if it's going to turn into the most dangerous game, you know. Yeah,
it was a little strange. The whole thing, the whole setup.
But anyway, so that was but they looked everything up, and that's fine.
Well, if you're taking the time to do all that, just put it online.
You're right.
Like, what are you doing sitting outside in the hot weather? Like,
nickel and diming.
And the neighborhood is a working class neighborhood. It's not
affluent.
It's not the I'm going to spend $85 at a yard sale neighborhood, you know?
Well,
and those are the prices they had on their things.
But don't forget, I think a few days before we went to one that was just a little bit further up the street in a very affluent part of the town.
That was a nicer neighborhood, and their pricing was antique store pricing.
Yes, but I don't know if anyone's watching this, this episode and remembers the one we did last week. When we were telling that Star Wars, there was a display stand. It was for pewter figurines. I bought at that sale for $10. I did sell it for $125.
Yeah.
Which, plus shipping, it cost me like $25 to ship it. So, I mean, $30 plus. I probably made like what, $65, $70 off of the thing. When it's said and done. So it wasn't a bad buy. But but I did manage to squeeze something out of there, and I made a profit off of it, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you go back to the episode before this and see me holding up the Star Wars, because I don't have it, I boxed it up already.
It's ready to go to its new owner.
It's going to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I put it up for $300 because I didn't know what to put it up for, and this guy just seemed really into it. I think he's a Star Wars figure. He's in the Boba Fett. That's why.
Cool.
But anyway,
there's some comments.
Yeah, please.
John says I used to work at the library, and we'd often get boxes of old books donated. We usually pick out a couple, and the rest would go into the recycling bin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, probably because of the condition of some of those books.
They just get so
it's
many.
It's nice that people want to donate. I think that's great.
And the volume of
yeah, hopefully there's some books you can pick out of there. But yeah, vintage and antique are getting to be overused words. They aren't always true. Yeah. Well, technically, vintage means anything 20 years or older. Mm-hmm. Antique is anything 70 years or older.
Almost to me. I'm almost.
But just because something classifies as vintage or antique doesn't mean that it's some high dollar, super hard to find thing.
You can buy.
So this is technically vintage. It's collectible. People like it. Is it worth a lot of money? No. Is it high dollar? No. This sold for $27.
If you want to, yeah. If you want
it's an affordable collectible. It's vintage, but it's not.
It depends what.
It's not like a Fabergé egg. It's not gold or diamonds. It's a little glass pitcher.
Here's something that can kind of bring it down to earth. You can buy Roman era coins, actual coins used by Romans, for like $10.
Yeah, from 2,000 years ago. Those are really antique.
Yeah, I mean, that were actually saw, a society that was flourishing, all gone now. You can buy stuff like that for nothing. So just because it's old, even thousands of years old, doesn't mean it's really valuable, or as valuable as some people think that things could be. And the only way to do that is do your research and be up on what's hot, as far as what's selling, what's depending on what it is.
Yeah, things are collectible, but not everything is going to be big money collectible. There's a lot of $5 and $10 things that are collectible, like, maybe old tapes, maybe a little figurine or something. So yeah, you can throw in the word antique or vintage, but that doesn't mean it's worth a lot of money. And sometimes when you go to these sales, they'll be like, oh, that's vintage.
That's old.
That's old.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't mean it's worth a high dollar amount.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing to point out, and I can kind of see that it's old, but it doesn't mean it dictates any sort of special price. So now you mentioned videotape, so I'll tell you what, I had a little bit of I had a great moment this week sourcing when I went to that yard sale the other day, and then today at the flea market I had a really sad moment for me. Okay. You remember. So there was a fella there who I did see yesterday, and he was kind of putting stuff out, but I under my breath, I'm like, this guy's not, it's just not like trying to sell anything. I don't know what he was doing. I think he was just trying to set up. Anyway, met this, his fellow was setting this stuff up today. And he had a box of videotapes out. And I like to look through video cassettes, especially if it looks like something was taped on there from television and not a movie that was taped off of another VHS tape, which a lot of people did in the 80s and 90s. But stuff that might have been taped off of television with or without commercials. I just like to archive that stuff personally. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm looking through this box of stuff, and he had this is the stuff I did get from him.
So you got a handful of VHS tapes.
Well, I was looking through the tapes. Oh, Bugs Bunny Halloween special. That's kind of neat. Even though it might not be valuable, I'd like to watch that. Oh, the Mighty Orbots. Does anybody remember this show from the late 80s?
That's cool.
The Mighty Orbots. Very cool. Gary Owens, another good voice over guy, did the voiceover for this. There was an announcer on it. It was kind of interesting. Japan, it's like Japanimation type style. I got a Goosebumps VHS, which is worth $3. It's worth nothing.
Well, if you had other Goosebumps tapes, you could lot them up.
Which I might.
Or if you had the tape and maybe some Goosebumps books.
Books, yeah.
So when I had the brick and mortar shop in Lakewood, I remember at an estate sale, I bought a whole collection of Goosebumps.
Right, the books.
People collect them, but they're not worth a lot of money for the most part. I think there were maybe 2 or 3 that were worth around $20, and at the time I put them on eBay for like $20 each. But then the rest of them were like between $5 to $10. So in the shop, I think I sold them for $3 a piece. Okay. Because I got, Let
me continue here. And I got this Pink Panther thing. So, but he also had some regular blank VHS tapes ever recorded on. And they said, I saw a few of them with handwriting on the on the part here, along the spine of it right here. Imagine this was sitting up towards me, and I could see out of the cardboard case. It said Cleveland Cartoons, and I'm like, oh, this is what I'm looking for.
So there was something he taped off the TV.
I found 2 different things like that, and then some other stuff that had handwritten stuff. And I'm like, well, how much are VHS? He goes, well, it depends what they are. I'll take a look at what you got. He goes, oh, but the ones that are home tapes, we're not selling those. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, then why did you bring them?
Well, he was just unloading the boxes. I said, well,
yeah,
you
but
know
then
what?
why did he bring them? He should have went through all.
They had so much stuff. They didn't go
why,
through every
again,
little box.
Why
But
would
that's
you
okay.
bring things you don't want to sell?
Because I think all the stuff was in storage, and they were just taking stuff out and selling what they wanted to get rid of.
Oh, okay.
And keeping this stuff, because I think they haven't seen it themselves in years. These things are real dusty, and I was like, of course you don't want to sell these. I said, oh, are they yours? Like, personal things. He goes, yeah, I taped them when I, I'm like, of course. But his mom was insistent that they keep them and everything, and I'm like, oh my god. I said, well, you know what? I digitize tapes like this. I transfer them to DVDs.
Yeah.
So he goes, oh really? I was interested in getting that done. I'm like, well, I gave him my number, so with any luck, he'll give me a buzz sometime. I'd love to get my hands on those. And I asked him, I said, did you tape these? I said, are there commercials in it? He goes, yeah.
Oh, cool.
But the one thing that I would love to have just found, we could right away.
Well, maybe he'll let you digitize it for him.
Who knows? He has my number, so there's that.
Yeah, and you gave him your info.
Yep, and this is stuff that I would share with anybody freely. I wouldn't sell it,
And obviously, you give the tapes back.
I told him I'll return your original tapes. I'll give you copies on DVD. All I want to do is digitize them, put them on DVD, transfer them. But but there you go. It was like easy come, easy go. But the good thing though, I did have a really, really good find. So it was Saturday after the flea market. As I was driving back, I got us McDonald's, and coming home, I saw some signs that said yard sale on this so and so street. So yeah, it was one of those whole street sales where they had.
Yeah, talk about your crazy haul.
Well, every other home had like some sale going on. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. So I bopped around. I found a couple of movies here and there. I spent like $4 somewhere, like crazy, right? But then I get to this one. Oh, calm down.
Sorry, Louie.
I get to this one house.
He heard the noise.
I know. Scared. Everyone heard the noise.
He was sleeping on the floor over there.
He'll be
Sorry,
fine.
Lou.
No one can see him.
He's okay. He ran away.
Yeah. Imagine what she just explained. Yeah, there was a cat laying on the floor who ran away after noise happened.
Yes.
Okay, so I went to this one sale. This is just a portion of what I got, and I noticed they had some videotapes, and they go, "Oh, videotapes are free." So I'm like, "Cool." So I picked up like Dawn of the Dead, some Pantera, and I'm starting to see they have music stuff.
So a lot of heavy metal,
another Pantera
death metal, or whatever.
I'm telling the story.
Okay.
I didn't even get to that yet.
Well, you're showing it, and there's metal there.
The VHS tape. So I don't know what else is going on in here. So I saw they had like several boxes of CDs and some DVDs. Rifled through the DVDs. How much are DVDs? $1. So I got, this is a game. Rogue Leaders 2. Some horror stuff, Masquerade of Death and Premature Burial. Something called Inferno by music by Tangerine's Dream. This is actually worth about $40. A Dimebag Daryl tape. This one's a good one too. Faust. This is a really good DVD. It sells for, again, between $50 and $60. So I'm like, okay, and I didn't know that at the time. I was just picking the stuff out.
Nice.
Then I said, well, how much are CDs? There was that little kid he was selling this. I guess it was his dad's stuff. I guess his dad was a guitarist or something like that. And I'm looking through all these CDs, and usually you're gonna mostly find like polka, or
country music,
country,
or Christmas,
a lot of pop stuff, But they had tons of They had like about over 200 CDs, and I'm looking through them, and I'm seeing stuff like Soulless, and those the sludge metal where you can't read the logos, stuff like that. Bands I do recognize that are like that same.
Yeah, you found
like Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse, I know of them. Mushroom Head, you found.
Yeah, well, the Mushroom Head. Well, when I saw
I like Mushroom Head.
When I saw that CD, I was like, because I'd sold this CD before.
And they're a Cleveland band.
Yeah.
Gotta love the Cleveland bands.
I sold this CD once in the past to a guy who was like adamant. He was like, so relentless about this CD. But it's a remix, multimedia remix CD by Mushroomhead. It's one that's really hard to find, but I found it again.
Cool.
I have it up for $100, and I have watchers on it already.
Wow. So you really.
And
you've got a lot to sort through still.
Well, let me finish the story up real quick. So I'm looking at all these CDs, and he told me that I think they were like 10 for $5.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. So now I have to look through all these things. But the problem was, like, I'm looking through them, like, every one is good. And I'm like, I have to, even though I don't know what these bands are, I know that this stuff could be good, right? Machine Head, Shine Down, that's not a good one, obviously.
Some of them you can't even read.
Nurse Ratchet, Nucleon. This is actually the calm box. The heavy box is still in there because I'm seeing Steely Dan in here and Fiona Apple. But there's a ton of like death sludge metal stuff. And I said, you know what, kid? I said, how much for all the CDs? He told me I won't give the price out, but it was super, super good.
Super affordable.
Yeah, it was like. Yeah, it was amazing.
I think they just wanted to clear everything out. They were like, whatever, it's this price. And you're like, okay, yeah, I'll buy them all for that price.
Yeah, I wound up giving them a couple more bucks, but it's like 200. When I counted everything, they're not all the sludge metal, but I'd say about
a good chunk of it is metal
80
music.
to 85% of it is.
Yeah.
Which you never find when you're out in the wild, or if people buy this stuff up, and no one has this much. They have a few, and if you weren't there early enough, someone totally got them.
Okay, I'm going to read some comments, and then we should probably wrap up the reselling site.
I still got more show and tell.
Yeah, well, it's almost 7 o'clock.
Oh, who cares? Who cares about Mummy and Monkey?
So we need to talk about Mummy and Monkey.
Yeah, let me show. Go ahead, read the comments.
John says, I have a few hundred of VHS and horror and action VHS tapes. Jerry says, Tractor and Engine show is coming in a few weeks. Whole Town and surrounding towns will have town-wide garage sales. Ooh. Wow, that sounds fun. John says, my brother was the guitar player in Mushroomhead, Janet.
Wow. Yeah, it's got to be some people.
Oh, but he passed away. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But it's got to be some people that know, because Mushroomhead's huge here.
Yeah. Gotta love the local bands.
We saw the singer at the post office one time, right? Dropping off some merch. Say he sold or something like that. Yeah, we saw some.
Swamp Picker has to go. Thanks for joining us, Swamp Picker.
So, real quick, a Ramones clock I bought at the flea market. I got this giant Scorpio model kit. Which
those should be listed soon.
Yes, this was a fun find, a Dune board game.
Hold on a sec.
What are they doing? Dune board game, which I didn't even know existed, from 1984. I don't know if it's complete or not, but I paid $10 for it, and if it's complete, it could be like $50-$60.
Cats love to meow. They're totally okay. They have everything they need. They just want to meow.
And we could maybe save some other stuff because, yeah, this is just all a bunch of fun stuff that we found today.
They hear us talking and they think we're talking to them, and then they meow.
The last stop we made at the flea market today, though, was really good.
Yeah, well,
that guy was great.
It was okay. I found some things.
So now I'm done. I just wanted to show and tell because who knows what we'll be doing next week. Probably more stuff.
Yeah, and I'm listing stuff today and tomorrow. If it's going to rain and storm like they say it is.
Listing.
I'll stay in and work on eBay. But, okay, so we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about the Mummy and the Monkey.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to put out content every day on this channel, probably starting in the fall. But we're easing into it by trying to schedule some videos in advance so they will premiere. It's
like dipping your toe in the pool before you jump right in.
Yeah.
And acclimate to that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna now how can people even if you're subscribed, is there another step they need to take to be?
Oh yeah, so there's a bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'd get a notification. So if we have a video that's coming out soon, or if we're live talking to you guys, it'll show up on your phone as a notification.
You don't want to miss it, the premiere.
Yeah, that way you don't miss anything new. And when we go live, you'll get notified and stuff. So yeah, this Friday though, we were thinking of playing one of our retro episodes and premiering it for people to watch because we have some old episodes before we started live streaming that are from. Let's see. Well, we've been the Mummy and the Monkey almost 8 years. Actually, this year is 8 years.
10 years.
No,
You mean
8
the
years.
show?
The Mummy and the Monkey show.
Yeah, our characters are older than
Our
that.
characters, though, are like 10 and 12. No, actually, yours is a lot older.
Way older, but that's...
So the Grimm Gorri character is, what, 30 years old?
At least.
And my character is like 12 or 13 years old already. No, 12 years. It was 2010.
You created Decay in 2010.
I created the character.
So, yeah. So you're up there.
Yeah.
Your character's getting older. Character years.
So we were thinking of maybe playing a retro episode that maybe our newer fans haven't seen yet, and we want to get our older shows back on DVD again. We've had a lot of people ask about them.
We should definitely do
And Cinema Wasteland is around the corner. That's coming up at the end of September, early October. So we're also trying to think of things that we can get put together for that is brand new to the fans. You know, that we haven't had yet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So we're definitely, you know, working on getting that done. Don't fret.
Yeah.
Because we do get people, and that it shocks me. And you always talk about it, how we have to have something ready because, gosh darn it, people will come up. What don't I have yet, or what's new?
Yeah, they
boy.
will go to our booth and they'll say, hey, what's new? What don't I have in my collection yet?
Oh boy!
So we always need something new to offer the fans at Cinema Wasteland.
Because I think that sucks the most is when we have those people that are returning. It's different if someone comes up, and we love every purchase, obviously.
Yeah.
But if someone just sort of randomly buys something and they may never watch it whatever they do, but that's one thing. But when you have someone coming looking for something new every time you pop up somewhere, that's huge.
It is.
And I hate to disappoint that person.
Yes, because they know, like, oh, I'm going to go visit the Mummy and the Monkey at this show, and I'm going to buy whatever new thing they have. So
I worked overtime to get this money.
Exactly. I've been saving up for this convention.
So, yeah, that means a lot.
Yeah.
I think
so that's like, I don't want to disappoint people with stuff like that.
So we'll have something new.
And Amanda says we would love to see the old show. So cool. So, yeah, we might not... We're thinking of not being live in front of the camera talking to you guys Friday. This Friday, what date is that? August something? August is tomorrow?
Yes. So what would that be?
August is tomorrow?
The 5th, right? 5 days.
Yeah, that would be August 5th, I believe.
This year is
Friday, August 5th. You're right. Okay.
This year does not care.
So, yeah, for Friday, August 5th, for the Harry Scary Hangout for episode 171, we're going to premiere one of our old retro Mummy and the Monkey episodes.
There was one that was scripted and edited. It's wacky,
with a storyline and the characters.
Yeah, our attempt at, like, Mystery Science Theater 3000, that type of thing.
So I think that'll be fun. And what's nice about the YouTube premiere... It's scheduled on there. It shows up on the channel so people can see that that's coming up. And then also there is a chat. So when it does premiere, you can chat. Yeah. Kind of like when we are live.
Yeah, hang out with each other like you normally do.
So the YouTube premiere will still have a live chat. So we have some scavenging of videos that are going to drop tomorrow and Tuesday. And when they premiere, they will have that chat. And then if someone were to watch the replay, I believe they can still see that chat. Like it'll replay if they want to see comments.
It archives. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. But to check that out.
So yeah, I think we'll do that because that way we can go through more of the piles of stuff here and get it put online and sorted through so we can work on some of that and maybe get some skits done. Yeah. Film some other stuff. Yeah, we've got so much to do. We're thinking next week go back to hosting live and have an all different movie. We were thinking maybe like a thriller movie, like maybe a noir type of thing or a murder mystery.
Yeah, I bought some stuff today.
So if you guys are cool with that, let us know what you think. If you like the old timey murder mysteries from like the 30s and 40s.
Yeah, I found like something like Lost City of the Jungle or Cat and the Canary.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we could play one of those.
That guy in the back, I don't know if you can see that guy, but ooh.
Any idea what time the Monday, Tuesday chats will be? Oh, 7 p.m. I believe, Juan. So Monday and Tuesday evening when those videos launch, 7 p.m. I think.
Yeah, he said chats. What was that?
Oh, the chat. The chat will show up when the video plays.
Yeah. So you
it'll just be there when the video.
yeah, if you're on live when it's if you're watching it when it's streaming when it's launched, you'll be able to chat during that or however long the video is. How long is the video? Remember?
Well, one is like maybe a half an hour, and then the other one is almost an hour.
Okay, wow.
So you'll be able to chat for as long as the video plays.
Good hearty helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. We've got so much to go through still, and like I said, I've got some ideas.
And then on top of all of this,
Okay.
you're getting more. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No,
Finish
go
up.
ahead. No.
I'm sorry.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I said, and on top of all this, you're also getting more freelance work, which is awesome.
That means nothing to anybody out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Well, it's awesome to you. You're doing art
Yeah, but
stuff.
I have to explain all that. But no,
Okay.
but we're let's focus on the reselling
Okay.
and all that.
And MummyAndMonkey.
Yes. So so we're doing our but thank you for bringing it up, and yes, I am, and that's good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, that's right. I gotta do something else tonight. Jeez.
A lot to do.
I gotta provide but see, nobody cares about that.
Yeah. We'll talk about that off the air.
Anyway, so we're gonna go back to it. I guess we're gonna go list some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a ton of stuff. I mean, I feel like a squirrel.
What else with MummyAndMonkey? Any other updates we could talk about?
That we're trying to, in general, put more content up. No upcoming events except for Cinema Wasteland in September.
Yeah. So that's the only upcoming event that we'll be appearing at
that we know of.
There might be one in October or November, a Comic-Con. We might be a part of that. We're not sure yet.
Okay. That's
so
true.
Once it gets closer, we can announce it.
Yeah.
But we've attended, different Comic-Cons before, and they were a lot of fun. Another convention that we're looking into is maybe Colossal Con next year. That's every June. It's in the summertime.
And if things go a certain way, there might be an event that will be that we'll have to talk about when the time is right. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I think you know what I'm talking about, right?
Probably.
Some news.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I'm not pregnant. And not again, anyway.
He's having kittens.
Looks like it, right? Eating too good. Too much rice-a-roni.
Louis would be jealous. Any new skits in the works, says Bobby? Yes. We have notes. We want to shoot skits. We have ideas. It's just, getting things together and getting the time to do it. And then
we're working. We're going to try.
We have some skit ideas that we want to do with some friends, but we're waiting until maybe the early fall to do them when some people get back and have more time.
But we do have stuff in the works, and there might be an appearance at a place that they sell stuff at, like comic books. Who knows? That we're working on. But again, we've got some rough sketch of ideas.
Some coals in the fire.
Yeah, that we're kind of playing with.
Some stuff on the back burner. Yeah.
But our main focus is to make sure that the Friday night shows are coming through good, and that we're doing that because that's our main stage.
Because people really look forward to the Friday shows, and
so do we.
And we look forward to it too. We love hanging with you guys, so it's fun.
But I think that's it for me for MummyAndMonkey. I think that we're
Yeah, I think that's it. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, you could put it in the chat and we'll read it and then probably wrap this up soon.
Now you can read some more stuff and we can just do that.
Oh, Kay says, I would love a mystery noir movie. Sounds fun. Yeah, we think like maybe an old-timey murder mystery would be fun.
There's a lot of those.
And then and there's a ton of them out there, and a lot of them are based off of books and stuff.
They gotta be okay to read.
Most of them are okay. Yeah.
So we'll have to find one, and Grimm could do his thing.
Yes, Grimm could put the sound effects in it to make it silly.
Yeah.
And some of the murder mysteries have like a scary element.
Yeah. Well, it's
a whodunit. There's a killer on the loose, and that has a little bit of a horror element.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good tie-in with the Harry Scary Hangout. I think we could pepper those in sometimes.
Yeah. It's just fun to watch. I mean, I don't know why it has to be. I mean, we might even throw a comedy. We kind of did already with the Boogeyman, right?
The Boogeyman will get you, and then we also played Vampire Over London.
Yeah, that was
was a comedy because it featured the character Old Mother Riley, and it was a British film.
Yeah.
with Bela Lugosi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we've played that one before.
We've
So
had some borderline ones, yeah.
Yeah, we've played some comedy ones. Thor said that would be cool to get Colossal Con. Lots of people go to it at a resort, draw more fans. That would be interesting.
Yeah, we probably will wind up doing it.
Yeah, we're thinking of doing that. It's a 4-day show, so it's a lot longer than what we're used to.
We have to stay there.
But
that's okay. We can go.
Maybe we're thinking of maybe if we were to go there, maybe set up for a day and get some fun video.
Oh, okay.
So then maybe we don't have to be there all 4 days.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be vending if we only went for 1 day.
Right.
But we also, what's cool about Colossal Con, our friends and the Star Trek group that we're part of, the Federation, the Cleveland Star Trek group, they always set up at Colossal Con, and they say it's a blast, that they have a ton of fun, and that the convention promoters there treat them very well.
Yeah.
So that's nice to hear.
He's a member, I think, right?
Yeah, he's a member of the club.
So there you go.
And some Star Trek sad news.
Yeah.
Nichelle Nichols passed away today at age 89.
Uhura.
Miss Uhura.
She played, yeah.
The talented and beautiful Uhura.
Yeah. Communications officer on the Starship Enterprise.
Yes. So, yes, it is sad. It's bittersweet. She had a full, wonderful life. She really paved the way for African American actresses for television and film.
George Decay is here to talk about a little bit. You know, Nichelle was a very beautiful woman. She brought grandeur to the set every day.
You're good at that voice.
Unlike Bill Shatner, who was treated everybody the same. Terribly. Oh my.
Oh jeez.
Oh.
But yeah, she will be missed. What's sad is, like, we were hoping to meet her last year. She was supposed to do an appearance.
Yeah.
At I believe in Northeast Ohio, and it was through the Star Trek Club in Cleveland, and it was something where you had to like RSVP, and once it was getting closer, we asked about it, and because of virus concerns.
What? What are we talking about?
Because of health concerns and stuff, she
canceled.
canceled.
There's a virus?
She, so.
Oh my.
And obviously we wanted her to be safe and well,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But we wish we could have met her. So yeah, rest in peace, Uhura. But thank you guys for watching and tuning in and hanging out with our podcast and for the hangout. And I guess that's it for now.
Yes, live long and prosper.
See, I can't do that.
Warp Factor 2.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh my.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you. Mwah.
Warp Factor 2, Captain. Thank you.